So those of you who want socialism or communism in this country, you do realize that means centralizing power in the hands of a few. Those of you that want to give up your right to bear arms and your right to free speech for the hope of some implied reward later down the line, do realize you're going to be empowering that same elite to hand you goodies rather than maintaining the right to go out and earn this stuff on your own. And who do you think is going to have all of this power? Do you think it's going to be the people? Just your neighbor, Nick, after the revolution is suddenly going to become a world leader because there was some sort of culture revolution or socialist communist uprising? No, that's not who is going to rule over you. And you can see why all these things are being astroturfed to do away with a constitutional republic and replace it with authoritarian, totalitarian power. Here we have Ghislaine Maxwell and Kevin Spacey sitting on the throne, the king and queen here in Buckingham Palace. I'm going to assume you know who this woman is. We all should. Epstein's female associate here. Now this is a big no-no. This is not allowed. You don't just go and sit on the royal throne because you happen to be pals. So you can see the photo here. This was in the New York Post, published on the 4th of July. In this photo from the Telegraph, Ghislaine Maxwell and Kevin Spacey sit on thrones during a Buckingham Palace visit with former President Bill Clinton circa 2002. They start, Her Majesty would not be amused. In this newly surfaced photo from 2002, Ghislaine Maxwell, the just captured accused madam of the convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, sits on Queen Elizabeth II's throne during a private tour of Buckingham Palace. You can see, yeah. At her side, in matching plushy upholstered throne of Prince Philip, is actor Kevin Spacey, who rules over us. How powerful are these people? Then the artistic director of London's Old Vic Theatre, Spacey, would face sex assault allegations of his own in the UK and in the US, though all would eventually be dropped. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. They were dropped, you see. The two visited the palace with former President Bill Clinton, a Spacey pal who has also weathered his own share of sex scandals. And they were all there at the palace at the invitation of, Prince Andrew. The Telegraph reported Saturday in releasing the startling snap obtained by the Post. And of course, Andrew was accused by Epstein's alleged sex slave, Virginia, I don't know how you go free, of betting her at Maxwell's behest when she was only 17. It was brief and unsatisfying from all reports, which is your reward for evil, I suppose. So I love this title, Shame of Thrones, when King and Queen of Perversion, Ghislaine Maxwell and Kevin Spacey, hung out in Buckingham Palace, where they look comfortable, too. The thrones sat upon by Maxwell and Spacey were used by the Queen and Prince Philip Andrew's mom and dad for her 1953 coronation, and is considered a breach of royal protocol for anyone else to sit in them. I suppose you go back far enough in history and this would have been an off with their heads sort of moment. But no, they're sitting there comfortably and confidently. The throne room is only accessible through public tours of the palace or during state visits and official royal functions, the paper says. Going anywhere near the thrones is a total no-no, a source told the Sunday Times of London. See, they're not even supposed to be near them, but they're sitting on them, and nobody's stopping them. Clinton in London at the time for an address before the Britain's Labour Party, Labour Party who got spanked in the worst defeat they've suffered in 100 years here recently, flew to the UK with Maxwell aboard Epstein's private jet, nicknamed the Lolita Express, for underage girls often found on board. You think it's any surprise that that conservatism is rising with liberal leaders like this? And for those of you that think global warming is about the science, and it just happens to be true that you have to consolidate the means of production in the hands of a few, that's just a coincidence that that's the solution? Yeah, these, your rulers, your king and queen. So I said we'd talk about Spacey. Kevin Spacey accusers' death conspiracy theories. The Kevin Spacey accuser death conspiracy theories, also known as the Spacey body count, is an unsubstantiated rumor that actor Kevin Spacey has ordered the deaths of 3 people who accused him of sexual assault. The rumor reached viral spread in December 2019 following the death of Ari Ben, the third accuser to pass in 1 year. The third to pass in 1 year. In September 2019, to Vovermind published, no, Kevin Spacey didn't plot to murder one of his accusers. The article brings up details from the death of one of Spacey's anonymous accusers who died suddenly while awaiting trial against the actor. Who else have we seen die suddenly? They write, Spacey had nothing to do with the person's passing, as the John Doe's attorney made it known to Spacey's defense team that the massage therapist had passed. On December 25th, 2019, Ari Ben, who accused Spacey of sexual misconduct, reportedly from suicide. Oh, another suicide, no way. That day, Twitter user tweeted, "For everyone not keeping track, this is the third Kevin Spacey accuser to suddenly and mysteriously die this year." The tweet received 115,000 likes and 28,000 retweets in less than 2 days. You can see down there. Some joked about the conspiracy theory. The 3 most dangerous jobs in America are 3, highway construction worker, 2, Alaskan crab fisherman, and 1, accusing Kevin Spacey of a crime. So, several media outlets reported on the conspiracy theory, and they wrote, we live in this time where people are just trying to connect dots everywhere, and, it's just all conspiracy. It just always happens to work out that as soon as we're about to bring these people down, mysterious suicide, nobody knows. So I wanted to show you, who knows about this stuff? How prevalent is it? I did a video where I talked about the celebrities covering one eye, and you can see all of these people. Eminem, Lady Gaga, Justin Bieber. Oh, look at all these famous celebrities. Buzz Aldrin. Well, what could he possibly have to hide? This one eye stuff that's everywhere. Well, what about Mr. Spacey? Is Mr. Spacey, is he, oh wait, there's one that I just love. I love this one. Harrison Ford, not you too. Oh no. Okay. Oh no, he's part of it. Look. Oh, feminism. What? Oh, there's another one. Kevin Spacey. You get to be on magazine covers, too. Look at that. Yeah. So, there's this weird Hollywood... Oh, there's another one. This weird Hollywood phenomenon where you cover your eye almost like it's a symbol or a signal or something. And a lot of people have known about this for a long time. This is a Family Guy episode back in 2005. Now, keep in mind, when they're making a cartoon, it usually takes a year from conception to production to being out there in public. That means this had to have been known back in probably 2004 when they were working on it. So for this to be common knowledge out there in Hollywood land, enough to make a joke about it, you're talking at least the entirety of the early 2000s. People knew that Spacey was up to something. And then you go back, how long? The 90s? All of the 90s? The 80s? How long has this cabal been ruling the world? Because it's not the presidents, it's not the prime ministers that have the power today. Anyway, watch this.
$10, $5, $8 and I'll do it. Fine. Help! I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me! Basement! Help me! Escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement! Help me!
I've escaped from Kevin Spacey's basement, help me. Back in 2005. And Mr. Spacey wasn't particularly happy about, well, the theory floating around. So on Christmas Eve, he released this KTWK video. What does that mean? What's going on? Well, if you've never seen Creepy, this doesn't get any creepier than this. Watch.
You didn't really think I was going to miss the opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas, did you? It's been a pretty good year, and I'm grateful to have my health back. And in light of that, I've made some changes in my life, and I'd like to invite you to join me. As we walk into 2020, I want to cast my vote for more good in this world.
Good.
Ah, yes, I know what you're thinking. Can he be serious? I'm dead serious. And it's not that hard, trust me. The next time someone does something you don't like, you can go on the attack, but you can also hold your fire and do the unexpected.
What are you talking about?
You can kill them with kindness.
You can kill them?
Kill them with kindness.
Listen to the music.
Kill them with kindness.
So, the top comment here, this guy definitely has a professional hitman named Kindness. And you see, this is why they are confident enough to sit on the throne. Now, we don't know all the ins and outs, but these are powerful people. And it's up to us to connect these dots and put together the pieces to see who really rules over us.